Hey, this is Short John Red, and welcome back to another episode of Scarlet Hollow. Now, yeah, I know last time, we kind of spent the whole episode at Oscars, but, hopefully these next ones will be at least a little bit shorter. I don't know, let's see. Let's check out the diner. Good idea. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. Here's hoping Winnie doesn't try to rope me into clocking in early. It feels like you walked into a private meeting. Sorry. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion, their expressions gravely serious. What's going on? There's a strike up at the mines. They've made the diner their base of operations. When you asked for the morning off, I didn't think you'd be showing up with friends. Sorry, Aunt Winnie. Stella's gone missing, and I've been helping these two track her down. You haven't seen her, have you? Don't you apologize now, and I can't say I have. Should I be worried about her? I hope not. We're not interrupting anything here, are we? Of course not. Any paying customer is welcome, as long as you aren't about to step on anybody's toes or cause a fuss. The miners in the back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter. And instead of speaking of hushed voices, argue with each other loud enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure, we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I'd like, but this is the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it till you find something better. A paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, and that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers and pays us just enough to survive, but not so much that we ever save enough to get the hell out. Yeah, that seems to be a recurring theme, like characters not being able to leave town, at least not permanently. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. And this job still has its perks, like the company housing. I can't afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that ain't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses that housing as an excuse to pay less. And the company housing that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. It's why the Scarlets can keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers so y'all stand with me and not let management tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. That woman ran to a collapsing coal mine and saved 3 children from being buried alive. Yeah, just so you know, like, this could be a lot bigger depending on your actions. In this case, people are crediting Tabitha for Rosalina's rescue. Well, Rosalina, Alexis, and Becca, but Rosalina's a bit more important. I feel you, I really do, but how are we supposed to organize a strike against the town hero? Are you trying to tell me that a mine collapsing less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We got 'em against the the ropes. We can't back down now, or they'll come out swinging. Yeah, it's not gonna end well for you. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the whole, like, okay, so, I don't mean to interrupt, but, have you seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turned towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. Anyways, I guess we should get going. You turn and leave the diner, Avery and Kanika trailing close behind you. Yeah, there's a reason I'm not getting, like, super involved in the strike. Still no sign of Stella. Yeah, we should go check the mines. I guess there's a decent chance Stella went to find your cousins since they're friends. You don't see it. Oh, come on. The two of them have such a dynamic, Classic cat and dog situation. Well, dog and cat situation. Come on, I'll drive us. I know what you're referring to. Are you trying to imply something there, Avery? Okay, you follow Kenia to her van. It isn't long before you find yourselves outside the Scarlet mines. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mines, picket signs in hand. Yeah, see, small. I hope it's not weird to talk to them while they're in the middle of all this. Don't worry, I know these guys. Most of them are in the diner at least a couple days a week. They'll be chill. Will they be chill talking to Tabitha's cousin, though? Well, if it ain't the boss's cousin. Anyways, have any of you seen Stella? She's missing. The YouTuber? She's the one on all the banned from property posters, right? We haven't seen her. And we've been in here all day, so we know if she come by. Oh no, this isn't looking good. It's okay, just because she hasn't been seen today doesn't mean something bad happened to her. We'll make sure to keep an eye out. Okay, I'm gonna try to be neutral in a way that doesn't piss off anybody. Even though, yes, trying to please everyone ends up pleasing no. So, how goes the strike? We miscalculated. We thought a kid losing her leg would have pushed folks over the edge, but I guess the boss personally, he dragging those kids out of the mine left a lasting impression. People are calling the boss a goddamn hero. They're calling Tabitha a hero. Really? We were there too that night. It's like everyone just forgot about how poorly she's been treating us. Or how unsafe the mines are. I can't go back down there knowing the rock over my head could come down any second. I value my life more than a paycheck. It was dumb luck she saved those kids. If she had any actual value, she'd come to the table and give us what we're owed. I know there's not a lot of us out there, but that there's more of us at the diner, and there's more of us setting up a mutual aid. But once people see our follow through, who they're going to join up, this is only the beginning. Let me know if there's anything the general store can do to help. Anything you can think of, we'll take it. We need all the support we can get right now. Yeah, no kidding, cause yeah, let's just leave it at that, and I need to talk to Tabitha. So you're saying you want to cross the picket line? You don't have to literally cross the picket line to get inside. That map you found on Stella's computer had a couple blind spots you could use to sneak in. See, this is why I looked at the computer. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure they would let me through. But still, better to not take any chances. You pull Kanika and Avery aside and tell them you're planning to sneak in. I guess that'll work, but I don't think it's a good idea for us to follow you in there. Yeah, I've never been I never really been sneaky. Plus, all the miners know me. I'd stick out like a sore thumb. We'll just wait outside by the van. You make your way to a hole inside the fence and sneak into the mine. Again, you make your way. The industrial noises of the Scarlet mine are only a little quieter than they were 2 days ago. The trailer that serves as Tabitha's office looms above you on the hill. You walk up to Tabitha's trailer and knock on the door. You wait for a moment. No response. Yeah, I'm gonna knock again. She gets pretty upset if you just, barge in unannounced. Also, you might end up overhearing something you shouldn't overhear. You knock again. Oh, for the love of... The door swings open. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Yeah, I'm not even gonna acknowledge it. Hey, do you have a minute? It's important. I can make some time. Should I already say you can leave, Rodriguez. We'll talk more later. The door clicks as Rodriguez leaves Tabitha's office. Oh boy, okay. Kind of, you see, there are two, depending on your relationship with Tabitha, two different things can happen. She'll either just, just kind of meekly turn around with a, sort of defeated look on her. Or she'll grab you by the collar and threaten you. I'm hoping I was a good enough cousin that she won't do the latter. Thank goodness. Tabitha heaves a heavy sigh. Please, just forget you saw anything, okay? I can handle this on my own. Yeah, let's tell her that people think you're a hero right now for rescuing Beck and Alexis from the mine collapse. I think this strike helped just peter out on its own. They think I'm a hero right now? I don't know why, that's just surprisingly, just wholesome thing. That's what I heard at the diner. Maybe you're right. Maybe that's why it seems like they have so little momentum. If that's the case, I can hate to see where this goes before doing anything that might just make things worse. Thanks, Odie. I'm sure you didn't come all the way down here to talk about the strike. Why are you here? Don't get me wrong, it's nice to see a friendly face, but you shouldn't be up here. This is my battle to fight. Yeah, Stella's still missing. We've been looking all over town for her and don't have any leads. Tabitha groans. You don't think Wayne... That's what I'm worried about. Well, not really. I know Wayne won't actually hurt Stella, but still, my character doesn't know that, so let's just pretend. I'll see if I can figure something out. Anyways, I'm gonna keep looking for Stella. I'll see you tonight. Let me know when you find her, okay? I don't want to sit around worrying about her all day. Tabitha's phone buzzes. I'd better get back to work. Stay safe out there, Odie. Call me if you run into more trouble, but please don't go looking for any today, okay? I don't need you going missing, too. I know I haven't been the best cousin, but I'm glad I was able to build a good enough relationship with Tabitha, while still having a good enough relationship with Kanika, but I don't know. We'll find out soon how good our relationship is. You find Kanika and Ava waiting for you outside. You don't look like you found any new leads. It feels like we've done our due diligence. Come on, I'll drive us back to town. We can figure out our next move from there. Alright, just one more place I want to check out before I, end things. Okay, so, we should check out the church. What was that looking? The church? Why? I see what you're thinking. Stella was confronted with evidence of the afterlife, so she might try getting into all that religious stuff. It's worth checking out. I think we'd be barking up the wrong tree, but I guess you're right. There's no point in not being thorough. See? No problem being thorough. Even if none of us want to talk to the pastor. I wouldn't mind stocking up on some holy water while we're there too. Sounds like a good idea to cover all our base at this point. Yeah, I have a feeling holy water ain't gonna do shit. I don't think Baptists do the holy water thing, but I'm sure Pastor Daniel would pretend to bless some water if it meant keeping us around a little longer. Okay, that's good enough for me. Let's not linger, though. I don't want him thinking we're possible converts. Yeah, me neither. Kanika leads the way, taking you up to the gradual slope towards the church. You know, I lived here for a few years now, and I never actually been to the church. That's probably for a good reason. Where is that weirdo? Well, speak of the devil. My, 4 visitors at once. On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. But there are only 3 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Sabo people. I don't know if I conned this before, but why do you have a marijuana hat? You're far too young to be smoking. Then again, you're also far too young to be drinking, and yet... Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of dead I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dude. I want to see if faith held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the solace I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Yeah, I prefer something a little more immediate. Well, maybe not immediate, but like, I don't know. I prefer something I actually believe in. And if I'm gonna be patient. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hoped maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. If you'd like to talk to my wife, she's just over by the alpacas. Though, Odie, I was hoping he'd be able to talk in private. What do you have to say to him that you can't say in front of us? Please, if you wouldn't mind, this is a personal matter. You don't know me, dude! It's alright, we can get the juicy details later. I'd rather folks not pry into this. You know how rumors get started. There are already plenty of rumors about you, dude. No way, I'm not talking to you in private. I won't bite or anything, I promise. And we can talk here, right in the open. I guess we'll leave you two, but while we check in with Janie. Wait, what? We'll be right over there by this fence that's conveniently in your line of sight, okay? See you in a minute. Wait, don't leave me here with this thumper. Your friends head off towards Janie and the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come visit me. I'm just here for completionist's sake. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there ready to help them, if only they'd let him into their hearts. Yeah, no, I think it's actually good that so many people are trying to figure out how to figure out their own problems, solve their own problems, rather than just waiting for someone to give them the answers. I mean, I was never religious, but there was a time where I kept waiting for someone to give me the answers. But I find it's a lot better to try to find them on your own. And sure, it hasn't always worked out, but when it has worked out, it's worked out. So I do not need God. Honestly, I feel like most people don't... This might be a controversial thing to... Actually, this will be a controversial thing. I feel like most people don't really need God. You just need to... I don't know. Like, it's not hard to find strength. Well, I mean, it is hard, but it's not as hard as some people think it is. Whatever, let's move on. The passer's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Okay, good, they're gone. You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy? Yeah, Kanika said you smiled through her dad's funeral. I did. Did I do that? Oh gosh, I have to apologize to her. It must have been nerves. That service was the largest group I've had the chance to speak in front of in years. Oh. He's interrupted by the sound of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge at the property. Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time tonight? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. That was an adorable smile there. I mean, it's kind of a... It happens really quickly, but that little girl has a cute smile. She smiles broadly, seeming excited by the prospect, and hurries off. Sorry, I had to be a little firm parenting moment. Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. He's been trying to run off into those woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous even for adults. There's this massive trash heap not too far past the trees, but it must be at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and looks like it's part of the landscape. I think he's referring... I can't remember what it was called exactly, but I think Stella called it Lake Tenacious or something like that. I don't know. On this, I skipped out on hanging out with Stella because, you know, I wanted to see the new Roads on Travel content. But I need to stick with my choices, so... No, but if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a hip-deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us that they want her to go out there, like the word of some fictional creature she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in somebody's old garage. Old garbage, I mean. Sorry if I'm saying certain words wrong, I don't know, not my strong suit. Also, nah, let's not spoil it. But she's 7. Of course she would get funny little ideas like that. I'd love to get the opportunity to rally around a big cleanup. It's about time somebody got rid of all that junk. How big a trash dump are we talking? Would a weekend of hard work clear it out? Maybe you've had construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area, and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, I'm just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it. Anyways, what's that you were saying about imaginary friends? Oh, she's just been talking about these little friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her friend. It's nothing to be overly concerned about, except the trash heap situation. Out of the corner of your eye, you can see Kanika and Avery walking back to the two of you. They must have finished talking to Janie. Jenny says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we'd better get going. Thanks for suggesting me up here, Odie. We got to feed the alpacas. They were so cute and soft, it was awesome. I'd like to pet an alpaca. And Jenny says she'll come by the diner with cookies for the miners, and a few extra for me, of course. Hope your talk with the pastor went well? Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate y'all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let y'all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good prayers with the big man fur. Yeah, I bet you will. Alright, thanks. See ya. Geeky and Avery, you start back down the path to town you follow. Well, okay, so, I know it's only been 20... Huh, this is new. Oh, it must be part of the, Oh, whatever. I'm just gonna save right here, Okay, okay, Thirst. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop right here, because, you know... Like, I mean, it hasn't been 30 minutes yet, but it's, definitely been close to that, so... Oh, anyways, I hope you all had a good day today. Stay safe out there. And this was Short John Red. Bye.